What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of Mattlegrounds. Tonight, we've got the Women's Championship Tournament for you. That's right. If you missed the announcement last night on Mat Wars or on our social media outlets, which you can see the tags for up on the left, we had to delay the Tag Team Championship Tournament till next Wednesday night. But tonight, we've got women's action for you. We've got an 8-woman tournament to crown the first ever Battlegrounds Women's Champion. And we have 2 extra additional women's matches coming up for you tonight as I'm looking to bring up the brackets. The Battlegrounds Women's Championship Tournament starting off with Bailey against Natalia. Then we've got Beth Phoenix taking on Nikki Cross. On the opposite side of the bracket, we've got Ember Moon versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte taking on Naomi. These 8 women are going to fight single elimination till 2 of them reach the finals and go head to head to crown the first ever Battlegrounds Women's Champion. As Bailey and Natalia are ready to go at it to kick things off tonight. For those of you who weren't here last week, I am going to skip the entrances because I don't want to risk a copyright infraction. WWE is quite vigilant about that. These 8 women are competing to become the champion. Last week, we saw a 16-man championship tournament for the Battlegrounds World Championship. Edge defeated The Rock in the semifinals, and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the finals to become our first ever champion. Who's going to join him in the Hall of Champions tonight? Bailey and Natalia going at it first. We're here in the Battlegrounds Arena, which debuted last week. Oh. Thank everybody for joining us last week and for joining tonight as well. Feel free to share your picks in the chat if you have a favorite. Oh, in this tournament, it's a little bit harder to keep my eye on in the chat when I'm playing the game as opposed to just calling the matches, but try to look whenever I can, especially in between matches. Oh. Bailey going for another suplex and dropping Natalia down. Outside of the tournament tonight, we're also going to have both Bella Twins in action in singles matches. Brie Bella against Liv Morgan. Oh. Oh, Ricky, you picked Natalia. All right. Oh, shit, and she's locking on the sharpshooter right on cue as soon as he said that. Good call there. Natalia going for the mallet. By the way, Ricky, thank you for sticking around. I'm sorry about the issues. Like I said, it was headphone problems the first time, and then not being able to hear the game audio after that. Ooh. Trying to get her up in the air and, drop her back down like that. Gotta love the squeaky mallet. Mauro Ranallo is thrilled. Oh, Natalia face first into the mat. Is that going to do it? Only 2. Oh. Oh, crap. I'm going to be back here tomorrow night Joined by Chris Coron and Red Jed for MWF Mattitude in Fire Pro Wrestling World. The International Championship tournament continues. We're introducing our first new championship in 6 months. I really need to start playing Battlegrounds some more to unlock new characters, but it's just been taking a long time to earn enough money in the game to get them. Oh no, another sharpshooter. For some reason, that doesn't act as a submission. Like, I don't have to fight out of it with the L2 and R2. Oh, I countered at the last second. Oh, always blocking. Oh no. Don't get ahead of yourself, Morrow. There we go. Oh, I expected an elbow drop, but she just did a big stomp on Natalia. That one connected. Still don't have a finisher, though. Whoa, holy shit. I just dove all the way outside the ring. Not what I intended at all. That wasn't the guardrail king. No countouts in Mattlegrounds. Those are the rules. Dropping her down on the floor. Here we go. That's what Bailey would do. Ow. Just hit the table. I might as well use my health too, even though I probably don't need it. Thanks for bringing a weapon in. Ah, crap. Spoiler alert, this match is about to end. Or is it? Crap. I had a finisher, now it's saying I don't. So I'm not quite sure how that works. And, well, she has a finisher. Not sure she stole mine or what. Oh, wow. That's awesome. I had a finisher. And then, for some reason, it glitches out. Like, once you get to that close to 3, it just, it doesn't move anymore. Alright, well, that's embarrassing. Very first match of the show, and I lose. You were right, Ricky. Natalia won. Bailey's out in the first round. Did not see that coming. Bailey moving, or Natalia moving on up with a victory over Bailey. Facing the winner of our next contest, Beth Phoenix and Nikki Cross going one-on-one. I might have to pick Beth Phoenix in this, even though I'd like to see Nikki Cross win. About to find out what happens right now, live on Mattlegrounds. And we're underway, Nikki Cross and Beth Phoenix, a Hall of Famer. Nikki Cross is a true Scottish psychopath of WWE, not Drew McIntyre, just for the record. Oh crap. I didn't mean to grapple. Beth Phoenix, of course, a former tag team partner of Natalya, who just advanced to the semifinals by winning our last match over Bayley. Which one of these two women is going to be her opponent? It would be quite apropos if Beth Phoenix had to face off with Natalya to determine who would move on to the finals here tonight in this Mattlegrounds Women's Championship Tournament. Pick Beth Phoenix. Yeah, that's technically who my pick's going to be too, but I still want Nikki Cross to win. Getting that mallet. Oh no, I didn't want to drop it. Nikki keeps doing the opposite of what I wanted to do. There we go. Oh, headbutt right to the gut. I'm going to toss her up in the air for good measure. Or just punch her in the throat repeatedly. That works too. Alright, I got her right where I want her. No, and then she hits a glam slam right after I said that. At least she can't win out here. Oh, the fireworks are right on cue. Oh no. Beth Phoenix with the advantage. Nikki Cross dazed. Countering with the ground and pound. Oh, big kick to the face. Only a 1 count on Phoenix. Phoenix not able to utilize that unblockable force too much right there. Continuing to use that power advantage. Oh, tossing Nikki right out of the ring. Doing the Eddie Guerrero taunt for no apparent reason. Here, have a seat. Oh. Big neck breaker from Nikki. Just tossing Beth inside the ring and... Oh, the deadly atomic drop. Beth down, 2, 3. Nikki Cross has advanced to face Natalya in round number 2 of the Mattlegrounds Women's Championship Tournament. I'm sorry, Ricky. That's just how it went down. Alright, moving on to the opposite side of the bracket. We've got Ember Moon taking on Alexa Bliss. Then after that, Charlotte Flair and Naomi. Yeah, I probably did get lucky. I'm not very good at this game quite yet. It's still really weird how certain things are just kind of glitchy, like, and apparently I missed Ember Moon. when you get up to like 2 7/8 trying to kick out, the meter just freezes no matter how many times you press the buttons. It just won't keep going any higher, so you can't kick out. And then I noticed last week that I don't know if you have to do it at a certain point in the match or what, but doing a top rope, a double axe handle will just cause you to automatically win the match. Like your opponent's kick out won't start until way too late. And I just realized my phone was up too loud when I was testing the audio. Halfway through the quarterfinals of our women's championship tournament so far, we've seen Natalia advance over Bailey. Oh, and I gotta skip the entrances. Going for springboard and shit. And we see Nikki Cross defeat Beth Phoenix. Ember Moon. Oh shit. Alexa Bliss is just crazy about those springboards. All she does. I can't block him either. That's probably why she does them. Alright, picking Ember Moon, me too. I want to see the Eclipse in action. Alexa just does nothing but springboards, just like in real life. The pyro budget on our show is completely insane. Going to the outside of the ring, taking advantage of the fact that there are no countouts on any of the shows on the Mat Wrestling Network. Streaming Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Oh, a nice German suplex from Alexa Bliss, and then a leg drop right to the pussy. Oh, man. All the guys in the front row look exactly the same, just with different skin tones and colors of clothing. Oh no. Got me with another head scissors. Alexa Bliss getting the better of Ember Moon on the outside. Oh, right until I say it, then that's when the tides turn. That's how it always works. Breaking that chair right over the top of her head. Oh, a counter from Bliss, and oh, another big German suplex. Got that mallet. You know she loves the Fiend. But now Ember Moon just pounding Alexa. Oh, a variation on the big ending. There you go, Morrow. Oh, Alexa just missing completely. Is that going to finish her off? Definitely not. Oh, she loves that head scissors takedown. Let's see if she likes this. Fall away slam, which I've never seen Ember Moon do before, to my recollection. Alexa Bliss was laying the smackdown on the outside, but back in the ring, Ember Moon is beating the shit out of Alexa. Both women trying to advance to the semifinals. Ember maybe looking to put Alexa away. Oh, just shattering her abdominal region with punches. Going for a cover now. It's over. Ember Moon moving on in the Battlegrounds Women's Championship Tournament. No way I can avoid the theme song playing after the match unless I turn off music altogether, which makes things incredibly boring to listen to. And we got one more quarterfinal matchup here in this tournament tonight. Charlotte Flair taking on Naomi. Or as some people say, Naomi. I don't because I pronounce it properly. Seems rated way too low at a 77. Naomi and Charlotte Flair to determine who goes on to face Ember Moon in the semifinal round. Coming up after this match, we're going to have our first of the two non-tournament matches for the evening. We're going to see Brie Bella taking on Liv Morgan one-on-one. Then after that, we'll head into the semifinal round. But right now, the last quarterfinal match. Two women in green and blue, or green and purple, perhaps in Naomi's case. Can't tell. It's blue. Naomi dropping the leg directly to Charlotte Flair's ass crack, the most tender and easily damaged region of the entire body, as we all know. It's like how the apron is the hardest part of the ring. The ass crack is the opposite of that. Most people don't know that. If you ever get in a fight, go straight for the ass crack. Charlotte Flair dropping Naomi with a vertical suplex as I talk about ass cracks. But Naomi with a big counter into a DDT. Missing on those strikes. On the opposite side of the bracket, we've got Natalya taking on Nikki Cross in the semifinals. Ooh, who's going to take on Ember Moon on this end? Countering and hitting that Superman punch once again. Oh. Charlotte Flair hasn't taken a beating like this in years. Since she was a rookie, maybe. Naomi's just whooping that ass right now. Oh, and now big slam. Don't know what to call that. Looked like it's going to be a tombstone or something, but then turned into like a pancake. Not the New Day kind. Oh. Take that, Chuck. Oh, no. No! Second time tonight that I've dove to the outside face first, and never done that before tonight's show. Oh, she countered again. Oh, the donkey punch. You can't counter that. Feel the glow. Bring it to the flow. And now I can't dive over the top when I actually want to. Alrighty then. Charlotte seems to want me out there. Oh, she's going for that. Thanks for bringing it. Oh, and the big RKO. Vintage Charlotte Flair. There's a couple good shots left in this thing. Oh yeah, taste that ass. Rear view, is that gonna do it? Only a 1 count? What the hell? There's no way that could have only been a 1 count. Charlotte headed back outside. Probably gonna grab a weapon. Of course she does. Oh, well, no. She used it to fake me out. You can see the entire inside of my body. What? You can see your heart. That's weird. Ah. Come on, Naomi. Don't let her taunt you like that. Nice counter into a DDT. Give her a taste of her own medicine. Still only a 1 count. I think she kicked out more quickly that time than last time. Comeback, yeah, it's... She's trying to make a comeback. Keeps kicking out early. And countering that move like 8 out of 10 times. Oh, went for the spear, but it's blocked. Block on that Superman punch too, whipping Naomi to the outside. Couldn't get down in time. It's just a matter of who goes for the weapon first. Oh, the slow-mo donkey punch. That's how you know it's a good one. Ah, damn. Charlotte using some kind of power-up. Oh no! The natural selection, but we're on the outside. She can't make the pin out here. Charlotte using all kinds of specials and power-ups. Damn it. Damn it. By God. Oh, dropped that Superman punch. Oh, now in the chair and Superman punch combo. Naomi feeling the glow. What's Charlotte Flair gonna do? No. Thought I had a finisher, but I clearly didn't. There it is. Ass to face. It's academic. Or not. How the hell does she kick out of 2 rear views? And another exploder. Charlotte Flair is just going crazy here. Doing everything she possibly can to advance. Oh no! I have a feeling this might do it. Charlotte with the natural selection. Watch, is going to freeze at the top when it gets to 2 point. Oh no, I don't even have an opportunity to kick out. It's completely done. It doesn't even allow me to try. Charlotte Flair defeating Naomi with a huge comeback, moving on to the semifinal round. Damn it, the Jezebel. Congratulations to Charlotte Flair on that hard-fought victory. Quarterfinals are finished. Like I mentioned during that last match, we're going to now go to a non-tournament matchup We're going to see Liv Morgan taking on Brie Bella. Liv Morgan rated 69. Nice. Both these women making their Mat Wrestling Network debuts here tonight on Mattlegrounds. And we're ready to head to the ring. Liv Morgan, Brie Bella. Let's get it on. You gotta wonder if the 4 women who are competing in these 2 matches tonight are a little upset that they're not included in that championship tournament. You know, there are only 8 spots available. You would think that perhaps at least the Bella twins might feel a little slighted. They both won championships in their careers. Oh. So maybe they've got a little chip on their shoulder going into these matches here tonight. Brie Bella coming out of the gate slow, though. It's been a long time since she's competed inside a wrestling ring. Decided to come out of retirement here tonight on Mattlegrounds, episode 2. Featured in this matchup against Liv Morgan. Even though she's not in that tournament, a win would go a long way toward putting her in contention for the title. You know, that 4 out of the 8 women in that tournament lost their debuts, so Brie Bella would already be ahead of them just with the win here tonight against Liv Morgan. Oh no. Brie with that big ass donkey punch on Liv Morgan. She says, "Come get you some, Liv." And Liv obliges. Oh, with the Superman punch. And going for a donkey punch of her own, but Brie sees it coming and counters into a power slam. Blocking that kick. Oh, nailed the Superman punch again. Liv up to the top. Oh! Looked like a shooting star press and then caught, but turned into a DDT. That was pretty neat. Countering that into a power slam, but oh, Bella immediately to her feet. Liv with the cover and only one. Oh, another donkey punch. Liv Morgan needs to keep going back to that. It's been tremendously effective for her tonight. Only a 1 count, though. Bella countering that Irish whip. Donkey punch of Liv. It's just been a donkey punch of mania tonight. Unblockable attacks. Oh no, and the counter on top of it all. Oh. Big DDT. Brie Bella's on an offensive flurry now, going up to the top. Oh. Oh, it was countered, but it took a second to realize it, and then she hit the face buster. Only another 1 count. Liv Morgan's got to pull out a big move here. And a belly to back suplex. That's your big move. Well, you gave it a good try, Liv. Oh, Brie Bella, another donkey punch. Perhaps the final donkey punch. Foolish of her to go up top again. Oh no! Shooting star press missed. Countered into a power slam. And, oh, 2.9. That almost put Brie Bella away. Bree's down. Oh, and just a huge leaping power slam. Nice work from Liv Morgan. Oh, and the donkey punch. Almost poetic. We're going up top. Oh, a double stomp. Liv Morgan has it. Covering Brie. That's gonna do it. Liv Morgan defeats Brie Bella in this exhibition contest. All right. Getting back to tournament action. We've got Natalya taking on Nikki Cross to determine the first finalists in this women's title tournament. My money's on Nikki Cross once again, but Natalya, of course, proved me wrong in the first round. Who's gonna do it here tonight? Who is gonna move on? Nikki Cross and Natalya with the exact same taunt. We've got 3 matches left. This one, Nikki Bella going one-on-one with Mandy Rose. I'm sorry, 4 matches left. We got both the semifinals, Nikki Bella, Mandy Rose, and the finals. Nikki Cross and Natalya fighting for that title shot. Natalya with the early strength advantage, tossing Nikki around the ring, but Nikki's just got to get psyched up. Just got to start acting crazy. Oh, God. Running. The move takes forever to charge. It's just if you're already in a sequence of strikes or grapples or whatever, then it's kind of hard to get out of the way. Oh. Nikki's got Natalya up, tossing her right back down. Or Natalya's got Nikki up, I should say. Other way around, yeah. Whipping Natalya into the corner and, oh, a big atomic drop. That's gotta do it. No, I'm just kidding. Easily getting out of the way of that lava fist again. Those fists are dangerous. Oh, multiple counters from Nikki Cross. Natalya's dazed. Not even a 1 count. Must not have been 2 dazed. Nikki just laying into Natalya, but oh, Natalya literally firing back. Oh shit. Natalya loves tossing people around like that. This time going outside the ring. A little late on that, Moro. Oh, nice counter from Natalya with that face buster. But Nikki was sheer brute force and Thought maybe going for a weapon, but no. Laying in with another atomic drop. Now going to that chair. Oh, breaking it over the head. Once again with that neck breaker on the outside. She hit that in the last match and it led to a win. Let's see if he... Oh, Nikki has the same results here. Nikki and Natalia both triggering that health power up at exactly the same time. Now Nikki dazed and Natalia, just tossing it out the power slam, followed up by a quick elbow. Impressive from Natalia. And countered a clothesline attempted to a sharpshooter. Is that going to do it? Getting a little greedy, going for that leg drop to the ass crack. Oh, no. Just got locked into a punch combination. Gotta get out of here. Oh, she counted that too. Hammer time. Trying to get my own hammer. The prompt isn't popping up. There it goes when I'm running past, but not when I'm walking past. Okay. Oh, blocking that headbutt. No. Reverse power slam that time. Natalia going for another weapon. Toss that one out to me too. Sure. There you go. My turn. Breaking that chair across her head. Working the ass and taint area some more. And now, hammer to the back of the head. And Natalia just shoving Nikki into the ring post and a hammer right to the Virginia. Nikki sliding on in. Nikki's got the chair. Natalia's got the unblockable attacks at the chair. Oh no. So got one chair shot in. Make that 4. That's gonna do it. Nikki Cross putting Natalia away, and Nikki Cross moves on to the finals. Nikki Cross advancing to the finals of the Mattlegrounds Women's Championship Tournament. Who is her opponent going to be? Is it going to be Ember Moon? Or is it going to be Charlotte Flair? We're about to find out right now. These campaign created characters are throwing me off in the selection screen. Ember and Charlotte going one-on-one to determine who faces Nikki Cross for the first ever Battlegrounds Women's Championship. It's going down. Of course, we've also got Nikki Bella taking on Mandy Rose. Following the conclusion of tonight's show, I'm going to try out Star Wars Squadrons in VR for the first time because I got the Oculus Quest 2 yesterday. I've had the PSVR for a few years, but the Oculus Quest 2 is my first non-PlayStation headset. And I've got it set up where with virtual desktop I can stream Steam VR to the headset. Don't even need to use the link cable. Oh, a big spear from Charlotte Flair, crushing my dreams. See if Ember Moon can hit the Eclipse in this match. I was hoping to see that last time around and it didn't get to. Charlotte off the ropes, wasting a little bit of time, and that momentary distraction cost her as Ember Moon tossed her off the top. Ember fighting as hard as she can with those little T-Rex arms, and apparently you can't block spears. Second spear of the match. And now an RKO. My God, how many finishers is she going to use tonight? Needs to use a pedigree and then finish with the figure eight, and she'll have covered basically all of Evolution's finishers. But Ember with a counter and that big German suplex of her own. Ember Moon rocking the blue and orange. Oh, dropping Charlotte Flair and then getting her with a kick right after. Love it. Charlotte Flair's tights are supposed to resemble a peacock, but when she's laying on her back in the ring, it kind of looks like a frog down there, just its eyes peeking out. That was random. More Ronaldo chanting defense. Oh, and I barely got there in time. Not even a 1 count. Oh, barely a 1 count. Charlotte's going to go for a weapon once again. Vintage Charlotte Flair. Ember Moon laying in those lefts so as the fireworks explode on our stage. Dropping Charlotte that fallaway slam. Cover. 2 count that time, but still not enough to put away Charlotte. Daughter of the Hall of Famer, Ric Flair. She got the unblockable attack, but I got a hammer. Charlotte continuing to go after Ember Moon with that unblockable attack. Yeah. Ember Moon needs to stay away. Activating the health, and Charlotte kind of just posing, just chilling now. Going after that chair. Flair with the, oh my God. Second match in a row where she used that as a distraction. Brought in the weapon and then immediately went for natural selection instead. That is officially a pattern. But Ember Moon, the one to utilize the chair, albeit only once. So far. Breaking it over the head of Charlotte. Countering that tombstone attempt. Going up top and... oh no, Charlotte got up. Oh no. Flair with another RKO. No, punches to the gut. Sending Ember Moon tumbling to the mat. Mattlegrounds. Ember's got to be looking to put Charlotte away right now. Going for that double stomp with Charlotte moving. What's she going for now? No, Moro says it's over. Donkey punch. The wrath of the donkey punch. Ember Moon, donkey punch-a-mania. It's over. Ember Moon has put away Charlotte Flair and advanced to the finals. Ember Moon is going to be taking on Nikki Cross for that Mattlegrounds Women's Championship tonight. That means we got 2 more matches for you. Nikki Bella going one-on-one with Mandy Rose. And then the match where we decide the champion, the main event of the evening. Nikki Cross and Ember Moon. Mandy. I can't say it like Ross Fidel. And apparently I missed her again. Should have known to look for the hat. Mandy Rose and Nikki Bella. Nikki's sister Bree lost earlier to Liv Morgan. Is Nikki going to have any better luck against Mandy Rose? We're about to find out right now. What the hell is going on with Mandy's hair? Well, apparently the bell ringing fixed it. That was odd, but here we go. Mandy Rose and Nikki Bella. Nikki getting the early advantage with that big slam. Nikki, of course, with the huge experience advantage over Mandy Rose. But Mandy with a nice counter there into a power slam. Nikki is dazed. Of course, this match not a part of the Mattlegrounds Women's Championship Tournament. The finals are set, and the finals are coming up next. Following the conclusion of this match, we will see Nikki Cross taking on Ember Moon to determine the first ever Mattlegrounds Women's Champion. Nikki going up top, way on the other side of the ring. Barely making contact on that, but it was just enough. Nice counter there, going up top again. Not going to connect. She should know by now. Out to the floor. Mandy Rose, perhaps. Oh, I thought she was going to go for a weapon. That was weird. Whipping Nikki into the guardrail, and then she just turns and runs herself into the ring post for fun. Oh, it's a bunch of women who all look the same right in the front row. Good thing I bumped into her feet, causing her to drop that chair. Oh, God. It was all part of her secret plan. But I'll drop her with the Mandy Rosenator. The Mandy Rosenator. That's what she calls her finishing move. The Mandy Rosenator only able to get a 1 count on Nikki Bella. And now, oh God. Nikki Bella with the big spear, dropping Mandy Rose, going back to that chair and smashing it across the abdominal area. Time to get serious. Nikki going for a hammer again, but Mandy Rose cutting her off with that headbutt to the midsection. Trying to use the hammer for herself, but oh. Nikki utilizing multiple power-ups. Mandy now grabbing that hammer, though. Oh, sending Nikki down to the floor. Unique way of standing up, causing a little bit of slowdown in the process. Not sure where the hammer went. Went flying somewhere. Oh no! Trying to lock in that submission hold, but not going to count out here on the floor. This will have just as much effect, if not more, out here, though. See what she does now. Got hit with 2 Mandy Rosinators. Oh, and I thought I was about to hit her with the hammer, but no. Surely 2 Mandy Rosinators and a hammer. Oh god, no, the donkey punch. Shades of her sister, her twin sister, Brie Bella. Oh, almost landed on that chair, but not quite. Oh, 3 chair shots. Is that going to do it? 2, and no. Nikki Bella kicks out. Oh, and a nice leaping DDT. Nikki going for the cover. Oh my god, Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella has defeated Mandy Rose, withstanding 2 Mandy Rosinators. Still winning the match. Impressive win for Nikki Bella. At least one of the Bellas won tonight. They were both complaining about not being in that championship tournament. But the time has come for the main event of the evening. Time to crown our first ever Mattlegrounds Women's Champion. That's right. We're going to see Ember Moon taking on Nikki Cross here in the finals. Two competitors who have fought their way through the bracket, earned their way into a title shot. Two competitors who may not have been the most likely picks to reach the finals, but nonetheless, they are here. They have earned their way here, and they're about to go at it right now, as soon as this loading screen finishes. And there it is. Who will be the first ever Mattlegrounds Women's Champion? Ember Moon, Nikki Cross. Live, right here on the Mat Wrestling Network. Oh. Ember sending Nikki right into the turnbuckles early on, just trying to sustain the punishment throughout the contest, not let Nikki even have a chance to catch her breath. The staying on her vicious. Laying in those kicks followed by a leg drop. Nice strategy from Ember. Oh, and that huge big ending style maneuver. Way too early to go for a pin. Nikki blocking the fire fist, whipping a chair and a motorcycle and a guitar out of her ass. Ember able to block those, but there's that fallaway slam that apparently is her finisher now. Ember Moon going for an early cover and already a 2 count after that fallaway slam. Ember Moon with the decided advantage in this Battlegrounds Women's Championship match. Gotta say on her though. Oh, Nikki finally getting some offense. Headed to the outside, going for a chair to even the eyes. I guess she used all the ones in her pocket. Or ass. Wherever she keeps them. Oh no, Nikki Cross with a nice counter and going back to that chair. Oh no. Countering that attempted whip once again. Nikki breaking the chair over Ember's back, then dropping into the mat. What's Nikki setting up for right now? Going back to the outside. This time the mallet. Now Ember's going for the mallet. Oh, Nikki quickly abandoning the ring. Getting herself a chair. Oh no. She dropped that, but then utilized her special ability. No, God. The neck breaker. And immediately followed up with another fall away slam. Ember going for the cover. Is that going to do it? Ember Moon. Ember Moon is the first ever Mattlegrounds Women's Champion. Ember with a victory over Nikki Cross tonight. She has earned the gold. First ever Women's Champion, Ember Moon. That show just really breezed by, didn't it? Wow. Really quick tournament. Thanks, Ricky Taco Loco, for being here. Since you're the only one active in the chat, I appreciate that. That about does it for our second episode of Mattlegrounds. Ember Moon, the women's champion, following that big victory in tonight's main event over Nikki Cross. Edge won the Mattlegrounds World Championship last week, and next week we will determine who becomes the Mattlegrounds Tag Team Champions. We're going to see 8 tag teams going at it, single elimination style. Probably going to pepper in a couple of other matches just for variety's sake too, and crown our first ever tag team champions. And then that will lead into the following week, episode 4, first ever Mattlegrounds Fight Night. All 3 championships on the line, plus a bunch of other matches. It's going to happen the last Wednesday of every month. Our Fight Night events. Kind of like a pay-per-view, but kind of not. You'll see what I mean. Anyway, thank you for joining us tonight. Those of you who tuned in got to see Ember Moon become our first ever Mattlegrounds World Champion. Hopefully you come back next week for that tag team title tournament. Of course, tomorrow night, it's going to be myself, Red Jed, and the Honky Hick with the Donkey Dick, Chris Coron, doing commentary for MWF Mattitude on Fire Pro Wrestling World. We got a crazy cast of characters, lots of celebrities, fictional characters, and of course a few real wrestlers, smattered in there. But we got a hell of a show coming up for you tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. We're doing this Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night of every week at that time. So thanks again for tuning in. Catch y'all next time.